Sorry, Maddie, but I forgot that there was a whole bunch of updates to this that I wanted to show first before I played more Sims. Alright, let's get back into the game here. Let me see what all we were trying to build here. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I remember we planted the wrong plants here, which was kind of funny. That don't actually need water. Okay, it's cool there. What places are the hottest right now? Okay, down here because of the steam vent, of course. Well, yeah, that's what I do. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what all we need right now. Why is that airflow tile considered cold right now? It's probably just because the game's paused. That's weird. Vacuum is considered cold. Yeah, this area up here is extremely hot. Yep, that makes sense. That ladder is way too tall, but necessary, unfortunately. I have no idea what you're talking about, Try. Why would you even bring that up? Anyway, let's see. We have a bristle blossom here. That's good. We're going to need more of those. But how to grow them is the question, because we need an area that's not hot. That might work here, but also has light. Oh, shit. Okay, so this bathroom setup is actually completely wrong, too. We definitely don't want this. But, question is, can we build them the way that we want to build them is the question. I don't know if we can. There's not very many places that have a definitive thing for that. We might want to cut this out. That'll give us a 4x4 area. Not a pretty looking one, but a 4x4 area anyway. This one is already a 4x4. So definitely want to dig that out a little bit. Of course she wants those. What else would she want, Try? Oof, yeah, and we're also gonna die from slime. That's awesome. Wait, what the hell is the Tribot doing here? How can the Tribot be in my stream? That's like ridiculous. Oh, for God's sake, never mind. Okay, Whatever. Wait, where's our ovens? Do we not have any? Well, that can't be good. That's impressive. Lemon is human now. You're right, that is very impressive. Huh, that is weird. There we go, we killed the threat. Any particular reason as to why? Oh, okay. I guess that's a good idea.
Ah, there he is.
Yep, what's up?
I was just gonna get into the other, the one. I had to mute the thing because it's doubling. There we go.
Oh, my bad.
I said I was gonna get inside the, what do you call it? The stream voice channel, but then you called, so I just used that instead.
Yeah.
All right, so how are things going with you? It's been a while since we talked. Like,
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
Good, good. And hello to you, Maddie. I could greet you audibly or audibly. Yeah, whatever the
We'll
word
just
is.
put another wash
One or the
station
other.
there. So yeah, one problem we're gonna have that I've noticed, since you're here, I'll just kind of bounce it off of you a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
You see how with these bathrooms here, we have 5 bathrooms and just one sink. They're
That
saying,
sounds very hygienic.
yeah, what they're saying that you need to do now is have a toilet, a sink, a toilet, a sink, a toilet, a sink, you know, basically over and over again. And we don't have that. So we can either deconstruct this whole area and redo it, which will take time and might make them pee themselves and ruin our water supply, or we can just leave it the way it is and hope for the best.
That sounds like a lot of fun either way. Or have the replicas dig into the volcano and just start from scratch, says Maddie.
Oh, actually, there is no volcano on this map, Maddie, thankfully. That was on another map.
That's a shame. You can't just crawl into Mordor.
Yeah.
It's a lie. Exactly. That's right. It is. We have to invoke the Kokichi quote. What is this? Mike keeps lying to me? Oh, Mike, why are you lying to Maddie?
About what? What did I lie to her now?
I'm trying to think, what's the quote? I think it's quote 1.
Yeah.
Poor Maddie.
Oh, there is a volcano in the game. It's just not on this one. It's on my other practice map. That's what she's talking about.
I see. So you said the stream on the map that didn't have the exciting volcano.
Yeah.
How could you?
Well, you know.
Rude.
Rude.
You're the most polite streamers ever.
I am the most polite person
What
ever.
in the world are you talking about?
Actually, do we have... we do. Okay.
So, Maddie, what are you doing tonight? How are things going with you? You've been having fun watching all these streams lately, because I've had a ton, and now Michael's streaming. Although, Michael, you haven't streamed for a while, so this is your first one in the...
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe?
I haven't streamed in a very long time. I don't know the exact time.
See your channel. Let's go to the Mike Money channel and see how much he's been uploading lately.
Oh,
It
Lord.
says Prison Architect was 1 week ago.
Oh, that can't
February
be right.
17th. That's actually almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that's still bugged for that.
Streamed on February 17th. That is, yeah, just about 2 weeks. Oh man, I forgot that before this you were streaming The Sims for a little bit. Until the game started crashing that one time.
Yeah, and then I was going to do that today, but then I was like, oh, I better not, just in case. And besides, I wanted to check out these, show these updates off, because I've been messing around with them a little bit, and I don't know if I'm all that excited about them, because they still have the problem where you can't tell them exactly what to do.
So the game's still not very good.
Yeah. Like, for example, they did kind of update the priorities a little bit. And one thing they'll do, like, for example, if you click on something, you can check errands on it, and it'll tell you who's going to be coming up and trying to do it. But it'll tell you how high of a priority that is to them at that point. And sometimes you'll check the person that it's saying who's doing it, and they'll say, oh, but I also want to go do this whole list of stuff here.
I think that's the thing about this game. It seems like too much micromanaging.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to do what you want.
I mean, I like it, though. I mean, it's kind of fun trying to see how much it's going to take for you to get them to do what you want. But at the same time, I can see why some people would be like, oh, this is stupid. Like, why is it taking them so long to do, you know, such and such? But yeah, let me see something. Yeah, we do have the electric grill as an option. I just don't have it built yet for some reason.
I'm trying to think of some news topics we could talk about. What's been going on recently? I feel like not much has really gone on in like the gaming universe in the last month or so.
Yeah, it does feel
Has there
that
been
way.
anything? What about you, Maddie? Are you aware of anything in particular? Any big games that have come out? Any new things announced? 'Cause I don't know. I feel like there's probably going to be something soon. You think we'll hear this year if they're going to be making like the PlayStation 5 or whatever?
I don't know, maybe. Would be nice. Oh, here's something that's really interesting. So when you check the printing prod now, instead of just people, it can actually print food sometimes and other things like that.
Oh,
So-
well, I guess that's an improvement.
Yeah.
Especially if you're running low on food like you always are.
Well, it's like people were complaining. They're like, well, there's just times where I just constantly have to hit reject all on the, you know, printer. And it's like, that sucks because like it just feels like you have no reason for it to even pay attention to it after a while. And so they're like, oh, we'll start having it, you know, print other stuff and all that. All these people are not that great. Except for this
Pokemon
early
Gen
bird. That might be
Well, there's always new
useful.
Pokemon announced every every other year or so. So I don't know
I'm
if that's
gonna
exactly
hunt the food.
news. I mean, I guess it is news because it just happened or whatever, but it's almost expected. It's like the rising of the sun. A new Pokemon generation is announced. It's only a matter of time. Which actually, I guess I can talk about that for a little bit. So, Maddie, since you seem knowledgeable about that, are they finally just gonna make the Pokemon games for like the regular, like the Nintendo Switch? Are they finally stopped doing the whole like 3DS bullshit? Or is that still a thing?
I have heard that they are going to announce one on the Switch, but I forget which one it is.
Yeah, because I feel like Pokemon, I don't know why, but they would always just release on the Game Boys. I'm like, just release on the main system already. Stop
Yeah.
doing this Game Boy bullshit.
I think you could do more stuff with it on the game systems, in my opinion.
Yeah, they finally moved it over. Well, that's good. I guess in a way, yeah, Nintendo's handhelds, they're kind of, in a way, finished because now they've made the Switch, and that kind of merges them, so I guess you don't have to worry about that being split anymore, which is kind of cool. It's definitely a good thing about it. Although, I say that, it is weird, though, because have you seen the Link's Awakening stuff? Like, the footage for that?
Oh, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen the footage of it, no.
It pretty much, it looks like a 3DS game. Like, the graphics aren't the greatest.
Huh.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, that is kind of disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Like, I mean, I don't mind, like, if the graphics are, like, cartoony or whatever. Because, like, they've done that before. But let me see if we can pull up a video of it.
okay, we're using too much water now. Oh, boy.
The keyboard is freaking out. Or maybe it's just my ability to type.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, here's the trailer. Let's see. It's funny because it begins with like an animated section that looks like all nice because it's like an old cartoon. So I like that little intro, but then they cut to the gameplay, and it looks like there's Wind Waker, which is like the cell shading. It's very stylish, and this just looks silly. It looks like kids' toys. I don't like it. I'll send the link to you. I don't know if you want to look at it later.
All right. How many people do we have that are night owls? Because I just found out how that works now, and so we've been blowing them by not having them be up at night.
What's that about?
Like, if you have night owls for your characters, you want to have them stay up at night, and we haven't been doing that because I didn't know how it worked before.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this trailer now. I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but it just annoys me that they just can go for like a full-out remake. Especially because with the Nintendo Switch, they have the Breath of the Wild engine. So, like, they could have just used that and then made, like, an absolutely amazing game. Imagine, like, an open world, like, Link's Awakening, where it takes place on the island and you can go wherever you want. That'd be really cool, but...
Yeah?
Oh, well, they went, like, the totally opposite direction. Especially because, like, my biggest complaint about Breath of the Wild was, like, the lack of a story. So, like, you kind of already have the story in place with Link's Awakening. You just have to actually make the island. Probably wouldn't be very big compared to, like, the world they made in that game. Alas, it's not to be.
Okay, so it looks like we only have one person, and it's this one. Okay, so... Alright, so we need to make...
Oh, no, you're sick, Maddie? What do you got? Is it just like a regular cold? Hopefully you're not getting the flu, especially with the winter's almost over. Someone said they couldn't wait to watch the Game Grumps play this game.
This game? That's funny.
Link's Awakening, the remake.
Oh. Yeah, that would be funny.
Even though it seems like there's a lot of people that kind of complain about them these days.
Yeah.
Well, Maddie, make sure you get plenty of medicine and rest and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Should I tell Maddie to go to sleep on Mike's stream?
No.
No, Maddie, you have to stay awake a little longer. You're being forced.
I say
watch
she had to
Mike.
stay up.
That's what it sounded like you were saying.
See, she slept earlier. She'll be fine.
Mm. Someone commented, do items break? No? Well, here's my money then.
Do items break? That's funny.
Are you familiar with that game, Mike?
What game? I didn't hear you
The one,
say.
the one Maddie mentioned.
No, I
There?
can't see which one it is.
Maddie said in the comments, she's looking forward to Fire Emblems 3. Houses.
Oh, okay. Fire Emblem. Okay, yeah.
Do you have the chat up on your screen?
I do. I just, for some reason, I don't see the Fire Emblem one.
Oh, okay.
It must have not, I don't know, it might not have loaded for me yet or something. Somehow.
That's weird. Yeah, YouTube comments can be kind of glitchy like that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Or the, what do you call it, the stream chats. Well, Maddie posted again. Can you still see her now?
Yeah, I see it now. Poor Maddie.
Mike's computer's just blocking your comments for some reason. He's like, no, don't want to see this.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's lower some stuff down.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
never
build up save.
I've never played those games. Fire Emblem. I don't know. They came out like they were weird, didn't they? They came out a long time ago, but then they ended up releasing them for like the U.S. like years and years later, and I didn't have any interest in it by the time they finally came out.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, because didn't they only really get like popular in the U.S. because they had that one guy in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and then they ended up finally releasing the game over here like sometime after that.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I think that's how it worked out.
I do remember when I first saw gameplay of the Fire Emblem games, I was like, oh, that does look kind of fun.
I like how when you're not really subscribed to any YouTube channels, like when you go to the YouTube homepage, it shows you like all these channels you should subscribe to.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them look so weird.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't even know who these people are. Like, of course, the first things they have are creators on the rise. I don't know what that means exactly. I guess they're like supposed to be like smaller channels.
Oh, yeah. I have heard of that.
I don't really know of any of them. Then it's like just music, and you got Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, like those kinds of people.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch that song that Maddie suggested? Or-
Where is it? I don't see it.
Oh, it was like way back. It was that one with the panda bear thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember that song. It was like a meme 5 years ago. That's what I
Yeah.
was joking around about.
I had never heard of it before, so I thought that was really funny when she shared it. I was like, no way, there's another one of those?
Yeah, like I said, Mike, you're always like 5 years late to the party.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, that was infamous, Maddie. That video, Jesus. It was like infamous at the time, I think, and then
Well, they
some
always
years
are.
later, it was like brought up again. With what's his name? Ethan from H3. He like did a video on that. And even that was probably like 3 years ago. Whatever. Oh, the Joe Rogan show. It's being recommended under comedy. That's one I've heard of at least. I mean, they have other things I've heard of. But, like, it's something I would never watch. Like, The Annoying Orange. I can't believe they're still recommending that after all this time.
Oh, yeah, I never watched that, and I never had any interest in watching it.
Me neither.
I mean,
like the stupidest thing ever.
I can see why it'd be funny to, like, you know, younger audiences because of how random it is and all that. But to me, I would not find it funny. I would just be like, okay, this is just pissing me off. Oh.
Wow, under gaming they recommend Rice Gum, really? That's
another name I don't recognize.
I don't really watch him. I don't know much about him, but I feel like he's got like kind of a bad reputation. Like clickbait, and I think just like being kind of like scummy all around.
That kind of thing, yeah.
Maybe, Maddie. I don't really know much about him. I like how under sports they have the WWE. Like, that's not exactly a sport. I don't think most people would consider it that anyway.
What research are we doing right now? Ranching? Oh, screw that. We don't need that. Let's see, where is it? We need that. Okay. Oh my god, I read that as wannabe raper dude. I was like, the fuck? I was like,
how did
what?
You read that?
It's like, what did she just post? Oh god, I was just like, please tell me I read that wrong.
Oh, that's funny. So I looked under gaming a bit because they do have like the top channels under gaming now, and they did mention the Game Grumps and Jacksepticeye.
Interesting.
They don't have what's his name. Your old friend, Markiplier, right? That's his name.
Oh yeah, the guy I used to watch.
Did he stop making like gaming videos? Maybe.
He still makes them, but yeah, I can honestly say I haven't seen him do a lot lately.
I don't know. Have you ever heard of this channel? I Has Cupquake. I
Yes.
always see that recommended, but I never watched it, and I never.
Wasn't
had any reason.
that the one you know who recommended?
Who's you know who?
Oh god, you don't remember?
Well, which you know who? There's so many.
Never mind. I'm not gonna mention it in stream then.
Okay. I mean, I think I know who you're talking about. Is it the you know who?
Yes, it's the.
Okay. I like how to dance around this. I don't remember mentioning that.
I thought he did, cause
I don't know. He could have. I could have missed it.
yeah, who knows?
He mentioned a lot of crap, so I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. He brought up at some point. But no, I just like always see it like advertised on YouTube, like, oh, you should subscribe to this gaming channel. I'm like, no, like, I don't know who she is, and I don't think she used to play Minecraft as Maddie, so I don't think she'd play anything that I'd want to watch.
Yeah.
It's funny that there's some channels they always are pushing. I don't know why.
I never got like that whole Minecraft stuff. Like they used to do like those Minecraft Battle Royale type things. That was really weird. I don't remember if you remembered that or not.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those games where people could like modify it and do whatever they want inside. So they had a whole bunch of little sub games inside the game that you could play.
Yeah.
It's like that's all that whatever it is Roblox is. It's basically like
Yeah.
this one game engine where
And
people
yet,
can
I
make
still know so many people that play that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Well, they're mostly kids, but same thing.
Yeah. I mean, I know some adults too, but
Really?
yeah.
Now that I don't. Unless
But
they're adults that have kids.
Well, it's they have some younger aged friends, and so they play them with them, you know, type thing. So yeah.
Nice as used to, dude. It still happens.
I'm surprised that I don't see a whole lot of Gmod stuff anymore. That used to be really popular as well.
Yeah, that I think has died out. 'Cause that is
Yeah.
going back a while now.
Yep.
A battle royale where health doesn't regen normally. Now I didn't know they have battle royale inside Minecraft. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of games are making battle royales. Still.
How many people can play Minecraft at once? Like how many people can you fit on a server?
I don't
Is there a limit?
remember. I thought you could get like a pretty large amount. I don't remember the exact number.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm not a Minecraft expert.
How beefy
know
things
Kita.
are.
Yeah. I know Kita knows a bit about Minecraft. She had like a server for a while. I don't know if she still does. I know for a
Danny
while
does
Minecraft was like
me.
very unoptimized. And it wouldn't work very well if you had multiple people on it. Like
Oh,
like
well,
2,000.
yeah.
But I'm sure they probably have improved that. Maybe, I don't know. Then again, Microsoft is running it now, so who knows if they really have. Should probably put some music on in the background. I'm feeling it's like so quiet for me because I don't have the game music to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
See here.
I'm gonna
Or if you
deconstruct-
watch a video in the background, try to multitask.
I'm actually going to deconstruct that.
Wow, it says MikeMoneyGMR streaming right now.
Who would have thought? I just realized that when I deconstruct this, it might make a huge mess, and that's going to be funny. So, in before we flood our base.
Oh, come on, Mike. Don't be that way. Think positively. It's gonna be fine.
Oh no, it just changes the water into a bottle. Nice. Now, if I get rid of the pipe, that'll be something different. But I have plans to make this into something else, so I need this to be built eventually.
Oh yeah, just speaking of YouTubers you used to watch, and I don't know if you still do not. Do you still watch HD Bailey?
Yeah, every now and then. I haven't been watching him a lot. Lately I've been watching Deceased Crab for some reason a lot more. Like, I've
Nice.
been trying to like go back and rewatch some of his older stuff. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying that.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I'm still subscribed to him. And I was just seeing like, oh, he's doing Ocarina of Time. That was funny.
I just realized we're ignoring Maddie. The epic voice dude?
Which one is Epic Voice Dude?
Trying to think. Is H.C. Bailey the epic voice dude? I don't remember him having that epic of a voice.
I wouldn't consider his voice epic.
And he
No
doesn't
offense to him.
he doesn't really voice act for any of his stuff, really. That he, like, you know, plays. Like, he kind of just lets it do its own thing.
He voiced the honest trailers. No, that's not gonna be HD Bailey.
Yeah, that's
I don't
not
know who that
him.
is. I'm not sure who that is then, Maddie.
I just love how they'll like dig out from underneath the other characters. Like, hey, bud, I'm just gonna dig out from underneath you. Hope you don't mind. It's like,
Don't mind me.
I kind of do, because now I'm gonna fall. I actually had one fall from like right where my cursor is to like the ground down here, and I was just like, oh, like he didn't take any damage or anything, but it's just like really funny because like he dug out from underneath him himself. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Ugh.
All right, I got some Persona music playing in the background now.
Oh, nice. Good choice. All right, what jobs do we have for everybody right now? Okay, so you are maxed out on that. Let's see. Okay, you've already done that before. Have you done this before? Okay, we'll put you on that for a little bit. And, oh. JP is apparently not smart enough to do research jobs. And a burn.
What did JP say?
I was saying it won't let me put JP on the research position, so I was like, "Oh, apparently the game doesn't. The game does not think that he's smart enough to be a researcher."
I forgot you had a character in the game named JP, and I thought you were making fun of him in like Discord. Other guys say he was like wasn't smart enough to find the link to your channel or something.
No.
It's like, how dare you call it JP?
But we are gonna need.
Surprised there wasn't many people on Discord today.
Yeah.
Consider it was the weekend, most people probably have off. So have you heard? Because I know you. Well, I haven't played in a while, but you were playing Mass Effect. But they had a new game come out from BioWare just I don't know, maybe just recently. Called Anthem. Apparently the game flopped hard.
Oh yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about Anthem. Cause I saw like the name get brought up, and then it said the I guess it was one of the angry reviewers, kind of like the angry video game nerd or whatever type guy. Uh-oh, someone's dying somewhere. Oh.
No, Mike. How could you?
How do we save him?
Can't they just like walk to us and jump down?
Well, here, I got an idea. So, this is called the emergency protocol. We're gonna just do that. So he'll just dig out from underneath him. There we go. Dumbass.
What? What an idiot. What is wrong with him? How did he even get up there? So wait, the air like directly above you is pretty much unbreathable?
Yeah, because it's hydrogen and carbon dioxide.
That sounds very safe.
Oh yeah, just the safest.
Just like 6 feet above your head, there's like completely unbreathable air.
Yeah, now we can actually build something here, which would be nice. Let's dig this area out.
That is hilarious, Maddie. Yeah, but it sounds like a lot of people are expecting they're gonna go out of business now, like that company, BioWare.
Oh yeah.
Like they think they're not gonna have enough money to like make another game after this.
Okay, so we have someone who's 77% sick. What are they sick with? Oof, that's not good. They're gonna die if they get sick. So.
The text is blurry. What does it say? What they come down with?
Slime lung, and that kills them. So we gotta find a way to get them cured.
Oh,
Because
that does sound bad.
for some reason, right now, with the way the game is, curing somebody who has a disease like that doesn't work for some reason because they just keep getting up out of the bed when they're supposed to stay in the
I'm
bed.
okay, Maddie.
Oh yeah, Fallout
Go on, Mike.
76. But yeah, like in this game, when you try to cure one of your characters from something like, you know, slime lung or whatever, which kills them, since they get so short of oxygen all the time, they keep getting up. And so you have to have a room that's just like pumped constantly full of like high qualities of oxygen, or they'll just die. And it's like, oh, well,
Yeah. Sounds great.
it's like something that's not always that easy to do, and that's what you want me to do. Awesome.
Yeah, I heard about that, Maddie. They banned like the one person that was actually playing their game. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, she did tell us about that. That was funny as hell.
And it's funny because I think they said like he had a lot of ammo, but they really couldn't prove for sure one way or the other if he had cheated. But they just like assumed he had, which again, yeah, that's a great way to treat your customers, like the few that are actually playing your game. I don't know. I know Frog played it for a while, but I think even he, like after a while, got sick of it.
Yeah, I don't remember what he said about it the last time I heard.
I don't remember what it was, but there was something they did that pissed him off, I think. Like one of the updates they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny. The guy said he thinks that they just keep track of the earned ammo and never count for you using it. Oh, so like... Yeah, I think... I remember an article, they were saying that like you transfer ammo back and forth, they don't count like when you send ammo out, so it just makes it look like you keep getting ammo. So like if you dropped 500 bullets and picked it up, it would think you have 1,000 bullets or something like that.
Oh, okay. One of those things.
Yeah. So then they banned him just for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty silly. I mean, it's... They make a mistake, and then they ban their players. Someone made a really good video about that. Let's see if I could find it. I think it was just Gopher, maybe. I don't know if you guys know who Gopher is.
Nope.
Make some funny videos. Since I can, I'll just link it in the chat for Maddie to watch later too.
Yeah.
It's such a good point. Kind of long, but whatever. Hold on a second. Where is it? I have to post in here. Where are you, you bastard?
Okay, so we're gonna have to send somebody to find more iron.
It's a video where he talks about how he's telling game makers to just make good games. Like, stop trying to make a game that you think is going to sell a bunch. Just make the games that you're good at making.
Oh, yeah, that type of thing.
Because that's the problem he says that a lot of people are having with, like, their games now. Is, like, they keep trying to make the new hot thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, instead of making the games they were good at. And he brings up, like, how everyone's trying to make a Battle Royale game lately. And, like, they're not used to making those types of games. So they try to make a game like that, but then they end up failing and making a terrible game.
Yeah. I'm just so glad that Apex Legends turned out so good, because that's another Battle Royale game that I actually kind of enjoy playing now.
Are you playing that one now?
Yeah, me and Callie played it during one of her streams.
Oh, I see. Now you're an Apex Legend, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get first?
No, not yet.
So, like, that's what you gotta do now. You gotta switch over to Twitch and just play Apex Legends all day.
Right.
Raking all the dough. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, Maddie, because a lot of times when they're talking about the Gopher Project in Danganronpa, I started laughing because I thought of this guy, and he has a very distinct voice. So his voice would just play in my head whenever they brought up the Gopher Project. I just imagined him. There's a part where I made a joke. I think it's in the latest part I uploaded, Danganronpa Part 80, where I forget what they said, but like, oh, someone, and we're like, oh, is he Gopher? Like, I guess he must have been Gopher all along. And I was thinking about him. I think it's Makoto, because they like bring him up. They're like, wait, was Makoto Gopher all along? Is that the twist?
Like how it says we have like 11,000 calories of food, but I don't know what food they're talking about.
The little crap that they twist out of that whatever device.
Oh yeah.
It's disgusting.
It does look disgusting.
Looks like a shit coming out of an asshole. Just like this gross green turd.
Do the
Seriously,
replicas count as
I'd
food?
rather
No,
die.
they don't.
Look, here it comes. Look at it. It's gonna come out. Wait, don't move, Mike. Watch that guy. Look, a little turd falling out of the asshole. Looks disgusting. It's so gross.
Oh my god.
It just plops out onto the floor whenever it comes out.
Well, we could
finally.
also go on about how interesting it is in your game that you went through the butthole of
And
one of your
Morgana.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that looked really wrong.
That's why I was like, I don't know if I should mention it because I don't remember what age group your viewers are. So I was like,
Yeah, I thought about it too. I'm like, I don't know if I want to get that graphic. Like, we just slit up Morgana's asshole.
yes, we did. Oh my god. I don't know if we want to make another person or not. I don't think we do, so I'm just gonna do this. We can always use more coal.
Oh, look, it's still not out fully. It's
Oh,
like
it came out.
Ass. Oh,
'Cause
finally it did. Yeah, I saw it. I was, 3 seconds forward behind you. Oh, God. Yeah, like, if I was one of these stupid clone guys here, I'd rather die. This is a miserable existence. Eating that crap.
Well, they actually do
fucking-
get upset if they have to eat a whole bunch of it. So as long as you're feeding them the white crap, they actually feel better about that than they do the actual, like, looks like green turds that he just ate.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, they have like piss in jars. They have helium or hydrogen, where the fuck it is, right above your head, ready to kill you at any time. Yeah, they should have those oxygen bars. They have those in like some places. The people just like
Oxygen?
go to a bar and they have oxygen. I don't know what that's all about. But
Oh, yeah.
I've heard about that in the past.
I've heard about that too, and I was like, what?
I think they would have them in like cities where there was like a lot of air pollution or something. And it's supposed to like, I don't know, like clear toxins out of like your system or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably didn't even work. It's probably like a ripoff.
Probably. No, it's not gonna work. Yay, now we have something producing some oxygen here. And a little bit of hydrogen as well. But at least they'll have oxygen to breathe.
That's good. So do you have anything that like filters the like hydrogen or whatever else it is out?
I can make something. It's under ventilation here. It's called the gas pump. I could have it come through and grab all of this hydrogen and start moving it to another room for use later. Because I can actually use it for power. Let's see. Yeah, I have the hydrogen generator. I could use it on that. But it goes through hydrogen so fast that you have to make sure you have something that's constantly emitting it, kind of like the hydrogen oxygen mixers. But right now I need to still go and find more metal.
I see. But there's no way to like pump the oxygen to like a pressurized like canister or something, right? Like store for later.
Actually, there's supposed to be. This canister filler is supposed to do that. I'm not sure what you can do with canistered hydrogen.
Maddie, how dare you bring logic into this? That would be too simple.
I mean, you can, if we can get them to do research. Let's see, hold on. Research is 7. Oh, crap. Okay, they've already done some of it. I just need someone to be a scientist. Let's see. What about you, Abe? Can you do it? You can. Okay, go do that. I've had Abe without a job for like so long. He's probably like, asshole. He finally gave me a job and it's like one of the hardest ones to do. See, look, now everyone's washing their hands like they're supposed to.
Aww.
That's what you want. I wonder if we have enough to make these. Oh, we do. Nice. Alright, it's all the way down there, of course. Wait, hold on. Okay, I was about to say, I did not connect that to a reserve thing, did I? But no, I didn't. Yep, this area is literally flooding. Awesome.
Oh, wow. This is gonna go well.
Always does. Ooh. What does this computer desk do? Apparently nothing. Okay, cool.
Sounds like a personal problem.
10-10 planning. I have the best planning. I don't know what you're talking about. Just pay no attention to my prison architect videos.
Oh, Michael, I couldn't believe it.
That's funny.
Even your prison architect.
Oh, bleachstone. I haven't seen that at all in this game. I was starting to think it didn't exist, and now we actually have some. Well, you actually want it because if you pump chlorine into an area that has slime, it kills it. which is good because it'll kill all of this green stuff that you see here now.
Huh.
So if we actually wanted to make this place a little bit safer, we could just pump chlorine in there. Yeah, I tried that planning thing you talked about.
I feel like those are two things that shouldn't go together, Mike and planning. It's just not meant to be.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't go that well usually. Hey, everybody's immunity systems has gone up to hundreds again. So that means we've successfully counteracted some of the disease, which is good.
Yeah.
And now we got another area for building later on, which is good. Oh, so yeah, get this new thing they added. They added this new thing called long commutes, and if they feel that your duplicants are like traveling for far too long going somewhere, it'll put that up. But sometimes it'll put it even if they're like, say for example, like all of this stuff they were going to store here would go into this storage bin. They would call that long commutes because it's bugged. I'm like, awesome. And they are aware of it, so like they are working to fix it, thankfully. But they did say it was kind of funny when people first started noticing it. They were like, "Oh, that's not supposed to happen. You're right."
Oh wow. I just saw a funny picture. It's like one of those kind of like those like fake like gaming news sites. Have you ever seen those?
No, I haven't. But go on.
Hold on. I'll link the picture. It's funny. If I can find it again. I need to find the URL. Oh man, sorry.
No problem.
I don't know if it works if I... Oh, let's just see what happens.
What, you're trying to link it in the chat?
Yeah.
Oof, yeah, that's
Like,
weird.
Yeah, you click on it and then it takes you there.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot there's another one
Eddie will
of
probably
these.
enjoy it. Todd Howard, game director on Fallout 76, believes that despite the numerous bugs, crashes, and other problems that have caused players to leave, the online game is still in a good place. I think our servers can handle one player, Howard said, pointing to a stack of broken computer servers behind, some smoking and some sparking.
Wow, okay.
Later that morning, Fallout 76 suffered a 2-hour server outage after Mark Rowan finally managed to log into the game.
Oh my lord, that's funny as hell. Wait, that's not where I wanted that to go. Not there either. That's the good thing though, is that they won't start building it until I tell them to, basically. There you go, right there. Alright. Now we can make one more of these.
I like this website. It's funny. It like has all these like silly like headlines about like gaming related things. It says Marine throws away magazine with 29 out of 30 bullets in it just in case. Like in
Just
games
in
when you
case.
reload all the time.
Oh yeah. Wow, we have 26,000 calories of food now. That's awesome.
Nice.
The hell is this area? Huh. Interesting.
Is that something new?
No, I just never noticed this area over here because like it's so out of the way. I was like, oh, what is that?
Don't worry about that at all, Maddie. They'll be fine.
No, we're working to get rid of some of this floodwaters.
We'll see.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine until it isn't.
Exactly.
It'll be a disaster.
Alright, now we need some of this. There we go. Oh, that's why, because everything I tell them to make now is priority 8. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
It may look like that to the untrained eye, Maddie, but Michael here's a professional.
I'm always a professional.
Yeah, we've all seen how your game's gone so far, Michael. City Skylines, Prison Architect, this. Also, your Civilization.
Yeah.
I was disappointed you never did another stream with JP after that first one that didn't work out.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Wow, what kind of air is that over there?
This green fart cloud? Chlorine.
Yeah. Oh. Was
Which
it a
is
good idea to
funny.
have them go out there like that?
Nah, as long as they're only in there for a little bit, they'll be fine.
That sounds safe.
I'm trying to get them to finish that research. Because if I can, they will start working on a thing that can help them breathe in those areas.
Haven't any of them ever heard of a gas mask?
Yeah. Oh, we got another printable. We're gonna actually... Ooh, oxalite. That would start producing oxygen in our area. If we printed that, which would be useful. Oh, loud sleeper. Okay, so I found out what that actually does now. So if you have them sleep near anybody at all, they'll wake them up. And then they'll complain about it. It's funny. I was like,
What a
oh,
jerk.
I know, right? What an asshole. Why would you snore? You know, since we have so much, I'm gonna get another person. Why not? Don't worry, Maddie. We'll be fine.
Maddie's worried. She has reason to be. She's
Oh, of
seen your other
course.
videos.
Do we even have the algae thing in here somewhere? No, we don't. I like how Abe's room is right on the cups of like the dangerous. Oh yeah, he's sleeping in a room that's actually filled with the gas. That's gonna kill him. Oh well. If I can fill the room, if I can fill the room with some oxygen, that would help because it would kill it.
Are they really not smart enough to not rest in a room that's like filled with poisonous gas?
If it's their bed, yeah, they'll just go in there. They don't care.
What idiots!
Mm-hmm.
This is why the AI is so bad in this game.
Making it larger. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, this also. I think this might be new. They also have like a chore list, and it'll tell you if they managed to get everything done that you asked them to do.
I know, Maddie. That's what I was thinking. Like, there's a long tunnel filled with like one poisonous gas, and they go into a room with another different kind of poisonous gas.
Of course. All right, awesome. Now we can't build squat. Hey, I'm digging out metal so that they will be able to survive.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so while we let them just kind of do what I need them to do for a little bit, what should we talk about?
Let's see. Let's talk about. What do you think about the economy of Japan right now?
I wouldn't know anything about that, really.
Well, that makes two of us then, I guess. Let's see. So we talked about Zelda already a little bit. We talked about.
I guess we could
Let's see.
talk about, like, have they mentioned anything about making another one? They probably haven't, have they?
I mean, like a new future Zelda game?
Yeah.
I don't think they have at this point. You know how Nintendo is. They usually don't talk about things until like a year or two before.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of the times.
Do I support the
So-
Phantom Thieves? I mean, why not?
Do you stand with the Phantom Thieves? I think, so, let's see. Breath of the Wild, when was that? That was 2016 or was it 2017? I don't remember now.
Trying to remember on the exact time. I don't actually.
It's at least 2 years now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's been a long time at least.
Yeah, I feel like what I kind of really wanted them to do with Breath of the Wild, and obviously they didn't do it because we would have heard from it now. I kind of wish they did the Majora's Mask thing, where like they made a similar game with like the same engine. That way they save themselves like all that work designing the engine, doing all that shit, and then they could have just made another game and got it cranked out within like a year or two.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, yeah, obviously they didn't do that. I was kind of hoping that was the case because like Ocarina of Time like built the 3D engine, and that was like it took them a long time to do that, and they were finally able to like whatever. I think it was 1998, so like the N64 was out for 3 years already, and yeah, and then they decided, oh well, instead of like making a whole new game with a whole new engine, we're just gonna reuse the engine and like a lot of the same characters, and they made Majora's Mask. It only took them like a year or two to make that, and it was actually really good. I enjoyed Majora's Mask.
Yeah. I actually did enjoy that game. Like, I don't know if I would say it was my favorite one out of the games, but I can at least say that for what it was really good.
They might be doing that but announcing it. I mean, they could be doing that, but it's probably taking them longer than 2 years. 'Cause I guess it's already been 2 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe they are making that right now. I think it would make sense anyway. If they're going to make another Zelda game, why would you make a whole new engine at this point? It wouldn't make sense at all.
No, it really wouldn't.
I always said that the biggest thing that was missing from Breath of the Wild was an interesting story. And that'd be easy enough to do in a new game, because they'd be able to save themselves all the time they did making the engine. I think that was the biggest part of Breath of the Wild. Because the game took a long-ass time to come out. And I think a big part of that was creating an open world with like all those different kinds of physics and interactions.
Yeah.
Because really, Nintendo had never really made a game like that before, so they hadn't had that kind of experience, say, like Bethesda or one of those other companies has.
Whoa, what is that thing? Glossy Dreco.
Huh? That's weird.
It must be added. That must be a new character. Must be a new enemy to the game because I don't remember ever seeing that before. But cool.
I still think it was really weird that in Breath of the Wild they had, in the very beginning, they had like a lot of those opening cutscenes and you had all that voice acting by the king and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it kind of got dropped right afterwards. So I wonder if they would do that again in the new game.
I'm so glad they didn't go along with like making Link grunt and stuff during the cutscenes and all that. Because like, they originally said they were going to do something like that, if you remember. And I was like, I hope they don't.
I mean, he sounds when he's like fighting and doing all that stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that's fine, you know. That doesn't bother me. It was just like... Go ahead.
I just find it funny that they're still like, oh, we can't have him voice act. I don't know why. Like, just give him a voice already. I don't know what's the point of avoiding it is.
What the? That was weird. Because the game like froze up there for a second, it's like started building something even though I told it not to. I was like, wait, what's it doing? There we go. That's what I wanted to build. Was this? All right, build that right there.
Hey, Maddie, I'll have you know that the anime was the best interpretation of Zelda. It's actually more of a cartoon than an anime. In fact, I'm gonna look this up. I don't think the Zelda cartoon was an anime. I think it was just released in the US. I could be wrong about that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was only US. So, nope, it was just a cartoon, not even an anime. Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that, because the Super Mario Bros. Super Show like that was filmed with it actually took place in Brooklyn. Well, it didn't actually take place in Brooklyn, but they had like a set design that looked like Brooklyn, like a Brooklyn apartment.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, there's some in-game reason why they put that in? Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna cause problems. I gotta do that.
It's pretty crazy when you think about it, because that was all the way back in I think it was the early 90s. It could have been the late 80s. But they had like the Mario Brothers and yeah, Zelda, and those were cartoons. Like, that was so long ago, but they were still popular enough that they actually made cartoons based off of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did have to undo what I did, Maddie, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have a way to build what I need to build.
Yeah, and both of them, I think it's, yeah, they were made by like Viacom, I think it's saying here. VIC Animation. Oh, I remember them, yeah. It's like, imagine how much bigger they are now, and it's funny that you don't really see them on TV. What's weird is they had like several series with Sonic in it. And like even later on in like the 2000s, they had Sonic cartoons. And
Yeah.
that's always been weird to me, because Sonic, it didn't really do as well.
Well, I remember one of the Sonic shows actually did do pretty well, but
I mean, Sonic is a franchise, is a video game franchise. Like, after the first couple of Sonic games on Genesis, it didn't really do as well, like as a cultural, like mascot and franchise.
Yeah, but I was saying like one of the cartoons actually was popular for a while after it was released, but then they tried to release another one, and that one was just such crap that everyone's just like, okay, forget this. I'm not watching this
it's weird to me
anymore.
that they kept trying to make Sonic cartoons then.
Yeah.
Because Sonic as a franchise, it just wasn't as successful.
Yeah. Ooh, the snazzy suit. Get that.
You know what's really funny? And I only remembered this just a little while ago. I forgot why, because I was like looking stuff up. But they actually even had and this was anime. They had a Final Fantasy. It's like I don't know if you call it a movie. It was like I guess a mini series maybe. I think there's only 2 parts, but it was like 2, like I want to say like 45 to an hour like parts. I think it was based off of Final Fantasy V or something like that. And that also came out in I think it was like the early 90s. Oh yeah, that was much later. Ended up making stuff based off of Final Fantasy VII. But like really early on. I don't remember the name of it. I just looked it up a while ago too. Let's see. Final Fantasy. Let's see. F or R? I'm not talking about the movie, The Spirits Within. That is another horrible movie they made. Do you remember that, Michael?
No, I don't think I do. But that's funny sounding.
Yeah, it's like they made a Final Fantasy movie, and it was a huge big deal at the time. A lot of effort went into it.
Mm-hmm.
It was about, I want to say it was like 99 or so, maybe 2000. And it completely flopped. It was terrible. It was like a fully CGI movie. Kind of like what you see a lot nowadays, but like Square made it.
Mm-hmm.
And they like totally made it on their own. It was like in studio. Like they did this all themselves, and it completely bombed. I think that's one of the reasons why they had to end up like merging with Enix in the end, is because they'd lost a ton of money on that. Legend of the Crystals. This was the anime. 94 it was.
Yes, I watched Kirby Right Back at You. That was actually kind of cute. I actually enjoyed that anime. I thought it was kind of odd though when I first found out about it. I found out about it when they released that special anniversary edition of Kirby, and they had a thing of it. They were like, things about Kirby you may not know, and they showed the anime, and I was like, no way, and watched the entire thing on YouTube. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing that somebody came up with that. One of the funniest episodes, though, is the one where King Dedede tries to make his own animated version of it and puts in the stars of the show, and everybody made fun of it, saying, like, come watch the worst animated thing ever made. I was like, oh my god, that's funny. I just realized I had this hydrogen thing, but nothing for it to
Small hydrogen bomb.
No, it's not a hydrogen bomb. I just like
I'm joking.
I'm trying to figure out what I should have it power. I now only have it powering a oxygen thing, and that's it. And so I'm like, what else should I connect to it? I don't know if we should bring the algae distiller all the way up here, because then they'll be dragging algae throughout the entire place. So not that. We can start putting like lights throughout the place, but that'll start heating it all up. Oh, we got the exosuit. Okay, so the exosuit is the item that we need to make eventually that can make them go into wherever they want to go. But the problem is we need to be able to make refined metal, which I actually discovered is a lot harder to make than I originally expected, because they make it require like 1,000 what do you call it, power to operate it. And so you have to like basically make like a tiny energy plant for it, basically. Otherwise it just does not work. And you need like this heavy watt wire to do it, otherwise it's impossible.
Oh, you know what game they should be making soon?
What's that?
Metal Gear Solid 6.
Really? I thought they were done with those.
Said they should, not that they're going to.
Oh yeah.
But like that game's been out for a while, like Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm trying to think. That was like 2015 or something now. But yeah, they probably won't ever actually make another one.
Yeah.
Gotta do the trash. Have fun with that, Maddie. It'd be weird if they did make one, because they kicked out the Kojima already, so they'd have to have someone new come in to do it.
Right.
I'm not sure what exactly they would do then, because they'd probably end up having to make like a whole new game with like new characters or something. Although in a way that could be kind of interesting if they did something different like that, like have a similar type of game, like the sneaky and everything, but have like new characters in a new story.
Yeah.
Because with Metal Gear, the thing is, they kept on, like a lot of game franchises, they just keep on going based off of like the similar theme, the same kind of story.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing another game similar to Minecraft, like not Minecraft, Metal Gear Solid. There's already like
Metal Gear
200
Minecraft.
billion of those, but but yeah, like I wouldn't mind seeing another Metal Gear Solid game. That'd be kind of neat. I just don't know.
Technically, you still haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5, so that's like another Metal Gear game.
Right. But I'm saying like it'd be cool to see one that was like not really Metal Gear, but a stealth game that was just done really well.
Yeah. Actually, Metal Gear Solid 5 is a lot like that because it's very different from the other games.
Yeah.
In a way, it is. It has a lot of tie-ins with the other games, but in a way, it is kind of like a standalone game.
Oh, look. It's completely flooded.
Oh, well done. Wait till Maddie gets back. She's gonna say, "Oh, I told you so."
With her hands on her hips and everything.
Oh, it's flooding even more.
Oh, boy. I don't know how to stop it either because... Oh. Well, actually, it might stop after this runs out over here. These buildings are flooded. You don't say. Oh my god, that's funny. But just like nothing in this game is using enough water to stop it, and that's the problem. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, I was wondering why they're not building that. It's because they don't have the right material.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. I was like, I need them to build this like right now. Why are they not doing it? Oh, Lord. Yeah, you can make stuff out of clay now. Oh wow, would they actually be able to get out of there now? I don't know if they would. Yeah, they can't. There we go.
Yep. That way they don't get screwed over.
Yeah, I'm surprised they were able to get out of there before when they were digging through there. Uh-oh. For some reason, these sinks aren't getting water. That's because I never built it. Oh, god damn it.
Oh, Mike. No.
So now we're going to have sickness again.
Sickness is never too far away in this game.
Yeah, it's probably one of the easiest ways to kill off your entire crew in this. From what I've discovered. Oh yeah, that would help if we had more showers. Oh crap. Damn it, there you are. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can go without cooking for a little bit.
Actually, I just realized it's funny that Maddie was taking out the trash because tomorrow's trash day for me too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's when they pick it all up. I wonder if it's a Monday at most places. What do they pick up all your stuff at?
I forget. I don't actually know what day it is that they pick it up. Okay, they can't do that.
Oh man.
Tired already?
Yep, it was a day of streaming and having all sorts of fun.
Well, of course. Still
I'm glad I
flooding.
got the palace finished. That's good.
I'm surprised it's still able to dump water when it's underwater.
Well,
Oh
yeah, I
my
can definitely
God.
pump it into there. It's probably just gonna keep rising though.
I have one way that I can stop it, but I just don't know how well it's gonna work.
So what's that gonna do?
Well, I'm trying to get it to go to here and start dumping it in here because this thing's about to run out of water. But it's going to be harder than I thought because I'm going to have to kind of rope it around.
Well, that's gonna look weird as hell.
It always does. Alright, let him just build that.
Should probably get something to drink or something.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll be back in like a minute or two.
Alright. Oh boy, why is this such a problem sometimes? Like, I don't understand why they think they can't get into this room. It's so weird. That's what it was. Alright. Maddie, how are you not back yet? You're missing all the fun. Cancel that. Yay, it's working. But I mean, again, that's not really doing much. Ooh, more food that we don't need. Oof. Oh well. We can always use more food, I guess.
Ah, you sound tired there.
Yeah, but I'm trying to
Said
think. I got the hydrogen thing now working, but that's a problem in itself because now it's just only controlling this electrolyzer. with no other use, and it's like, oh, hmm.
That sounds fantastic. Oh, Maddie hasn't come back yet?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Maybe she got eaten by a trash monster.
I guess she has a lot of garbage.
Maybe. Okay, what else can I power with that?
So, Mike, when's the time you're going to do that orphan speedrun?
Never.
Oh, come on. Where's the fun in that?
Sorry, I just don't want to do that.
It's so much fun now.
Oh, I'm sure.
You sound so doubtful.
Because I
It's like
am
that
doubtful.
meme. Press X for doubt. You just pressed that giant X button, didn't you?
Yep.
I was surprised because when I did that one stream of it, I really thought like the Gaia fight or Gaia, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Gaia. I call it Gaia.
It probably was. I thought I was gonna have a lot more trouble with it, is what it was, but then it ended up being a lot easier than I thought. Because usually that boss will just like screw it with random attacks.
Mm-hmm.
But I pretty much beat it like in the quickest time I could have imagined. It was really silly.
Yeah, that was. I was kind of shocked, actually.
I had practiced it before too, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. And then when I actually had to do it, it was the one time when I actually recorded something, it was easier than when I like tried to practice for it.
Okay, now that you're finally back, Maddie, check this out.
Oh, she's back?
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't see her message.
Yeah, she said I finally returned.
Oh, now it showed up for me.
But yeah, check this out, Maddie.
Mike screwed it up.
It's all flooded. It's just getting higher and higher and higher.
But will it keep rising after this, you think?
Oh, it can, yeah.
Oh, great. Well, I hope you don't need that stuff down there.
No, not really.
All right,
I wonder if
opinion
this-
time. Would you guys ever drive for Uber Eats?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to drive for Uber pretty much at all.
Because I have a video pop up saying, never drive for Uber Eats. Like, video, like how much you earn doing it. I've never really even used any of those things, to be honest.
I've never
Like
used
Uber
Uber,
or
but
the,
I've
like,
heard
food one
that
either.
people are pretty supportive of it. Wait, what?
I guess some people are. You don't like it either, Maddie? I guess not. I just think it's so silly that people are they'll order stuff like McDonald's, like that's the bag the guy has in the video. Like someone ordered McDonald's. to
Oh
bring
yeah,
home for
because
him.
like I know McDonald's is a big supporter of it right now.
But who wants to be like, oh, you know what I really want right now? I want to order McDonald's and have it brought to me. Like,
Yeah.
McDonald's usually get if like you're out and you need to get something quickly. Like, maybe if you're at like work and you're on lunch break, like, oh, there's a McDonald's right nearby. I'll just pick some up. But it's weird that people would like order it to like be brought home for them for dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
He says, I don't want to be in a stranger's car or have them in my car or go to their homes. Good point.
Yeah. I mean, I know the person I watch, Jaden Animation sometimes. She said she got an Uber one time and she's just like, she looked at the guy's picture and was like immediately judgmental. She was like, this guy looks like he deals drugs. I was like, oh God.
You know what's really funny? I saw a video on YouTube. It was like a streamer from Twitch or whatever who was like streaming in real life.
Yeah.
And they ordered an Uber and like they went to get in a car. And then the car they got in wasn't the Uber. It was some other guy who thought he was picking up a hooker.
Nice.
And then like later on, he's like, "Oh, so like," he's like, "How much does it cost?" And she's like, "What?" And then she realizes she's in the wrong car, and then just gets out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my god, what a dumbass.
Yeah. Definitely.
Maddie looks horrified.
Well, yeah, I would too if I was her. That's a terrifying thought, to think that you're getting into you know, car that belongs to your driver, and it ends up being some creep ass that you've never met.
Well, I think that's why, like, if you're getting in the car, like, you want to make sure it's the same person.
Yeah.
But she didn't really check. She was just in a hurry. She
Right.
just got in the car, like, stopped by without thinking.
Oh, looks like it's gone down a little bit, but not much.
I don't know if it's really changed at all. It's the same.
No, not really. Oh yeah, the minivans at Disney World, or the shuttles. Those shuttles are kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
There's some buses there when I was at the place. They would take you from the hotel to the amusement park.
Yeah, shuttle bus.
It was pretty cool. We stayed at one of the hotels there, and there's also like they had a boat that was kind of like one of those like old-fashioned ones, like
Uh-huh.
what do they call them? Like those like old like fashioned like kind of like steam ferries they would have. It was like in that style.
Oh,
They would,
like
take you to the park.
has like the giant paddle in the back or whatever?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Wow, that just goes up into nothing. Why are my people going in here? Oh, to get more iron.
Ah, nice. So I've been listening to the playlist, and now I've gotten to Behind the Mask playing.
Oh,
What the
nice.
song's called. Oh, is that what they're doing now, Maddie? They have a deal with Lyft, I guess?
Doesn't surprise me.
Been to Disney like a bunch of times over the years. I went like a bunch when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like Probably went like about 4 or 5 times between the years like 95 and like 2002 or 3, I would say. And then I went like twice. I think once in 2009 or so. And then in like 2013 or 12. I want to say 2013. Because I think it's funny because I remember it because I was associating it at the time when well, I don't know if I can talk about that. Never mind.
Actually, we don't need more food. I don't know why I'm telling them to do that. This is the most food I've ever seen my duplicants have. This is insane. 36,000 calories. And yet we're about to flood.
I've never been to Disneyland. Just the world.
Yeah.
I've only been to California like once or twice actually.
Actually, I think we've been to Disneyland a couple of times, but we, like, when we used to go, like, we would go to Disney World.
Yeah, I mean it's probably more expensive to stay in California than Florida. Actually, I'm trying to think. Oklahoma. Probably be quicker to go to California, maybe.
Yeah, I don't really remember though. I was young when we did that. Look at Nails just being a pro, just being like, yeah, I'll just stay in this area where I can't breathe. You know, it'll be all right.
I'm not sure pro is a word for it. I think it's dumbass.
Yeah, they tend to stay in there though, way longer than you would think. There they go, finally escaping.
That's cool, Maddie.
That is cool.
One of the times when we went to Disney World, it was with like a bunch of my relatives. My grandparents went, my family went, and then 3 of my mom's sisters went with like their families. And that was for like a week or maybe a little bit longer. It was a really cool hotel too, because it had like a pool and everything and all that stuff. It was very fancy. It had this like kind of almost villa-like atmosphere.
Ooh, we found an ice area. Nice.
I forget what the name of it was.
Okay.
I remember though, like one time, like, because I had my cousin there at the time, he was like a freaking dumbass, and I don't know why, but decided to like prank his father, and he like, we were at the pool and it was like nighttime, and for whatever reason he like ran away and left.
Mm-hmm.
But he just went back to like the hotel room, but he like scared the shit out of everyone because
Yeah.
he didn't know where he had been. And he got yelled at badly after that.
Well, yeah, like he should have.
Yep. I don't know. I guess he thought it was funny. We were like playing I think it was Marco Polo or something.
Right.
And I think that's when he decided to do it. Like he ran out quickly.
Let's see.
Sounds like something Kokichi would do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be up his sleeve.
I don't know how well this is going to work out, but we're going to see.
That's true, Manny. Kokichi would definitely get someone else to do it. He's a trickster. Makes you wonder what would happen if they had like multiple like Danganronpa people from different games in like one game altogether. Like you combine people like Kokichi and Nagito and I guess Byakuya too. That should be complete chaos.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, like when they have Survivor and they have like all the people come back for like a special season of like the best of.
Can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I can put it on the fastest speed and everything seems to be going okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, and now the water's definitely lower. That's good. It's not filled to the very top anymore.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, it is, Maddie. Look at it.
On All Stars? Interesting. When I think of All Stars, I just think of the Super Mario collection.
Yeah, the only reference to All Stars there's ever been, Mike.
Oh, no. I'm
Totally
not saying that's
totally
the
not the
only one.
song.
I'm just saying it's one of the first ones that comes to my mind.
No, I'm just making fun of you that that's the first thing you think of.
Yeah.
Didn't anybody ever tell you, Mike, that the world was gonna roll you?
Oh yeah. Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Oh, Maddie, how could you say that?
She's
about Mike?
mean. Yep. Lucky that you're a mod. I put you in timeout. Abuse my powers. Oh my, this is interesting. So we're gonna actually have to reroute some of this water because it's not actually
Good
able.
Lord, this looks like such a mess. This diagram of wires and or pipes or whatever this is.
Yeah, pipes. But I just realized that now the sinks aren't getting water here either because it's trying to push all the water to this up here. Damn it. So I'm gonna have to deconstruct that. Level 8. Deconstruct that. Level 8 that.
Way to go, Maddie. There you are.
Okay, so now alright. Oh, I can't do that. There you go.
You know what would be kind of funny about the quotes is I wish they showed you who added them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if I look on the screen with like the Streamlabs quotes where it shows you like the list of them, it doesn't actually show like who's the person that first added it. That'd be kind of nice to know. I think most of them were you, Maddie.
What did I say about the tools in the shed?
We tried to get Mike to add this one, but then he refused to do so. And I think Maddie had to do it in the end.
There we go. That immediately fixed the problem.
Mike the Money, the gamer. I didn't even see that the first time around.
Mike the Money the Gamer. Oh boy, that's funny. I didn't notice that either.
Maybe it should be Mike the Money, the G to the M to the R.
Oh,
That's the official name for Mike Money. The G to the M to the R. We'll have to use it like that in another quote. I'll have a whole bunch of variations. I'm sure Mike will say something soon enough that'll be quittable.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I will too. Wait, what the hell happened here? Oh no! One of the shine bugs got stuck in a location. That's a shame. Yeah, that can happen. It's weird. I don't know why it allows them to be built into those.
What the hell happened here? That is pretty much a catchphrase. Catchphrase. You know what would be funny as a quote from Michael too? What did he say earlier in the stream? I'm trying to remember. When he's like sending the people in the poison. He's like, oh, they'll be fine as long as they're in there for too long.
That poison.
As long as they don't die, they'll be fine.
I mean, that's usually how it works. Okay, so now we need more research. There we go. Alright, once again, the water is considerably lower. Good, good. Okay, so yeah, check this out. So the metal refinery's power is 1.2 kilowatts. And the last time I tried building this just to see how it worked, I ended up like completely destroying my power production. And I was like, wait, why is this like causing so much trouble? And then it ended up being because it wanted you to only use heavyset wires and all that. And I was like, oh, well, okay, that makes a lot more sense. But I wish it would have told me that sooner. You know.
Right, always read the instruction book.
Guess so, yeah. I think it takes 2 batteries. Unrefrigerated food. Uh-oh, that means the refrigerator's power went down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey Mike, is your refrigerator running?
No, my refrigerator's not running.
God damn it, Mike. Ruin the joke.
Oh shit, it's because we're out of coal. Alright, so we need to find out which manual generators. I think it's these that are running it.
Oh, Mike, should have gone green. Should have gone solar.
We can't get solar yet. We have to be able to find our way out of this damn asteroid.
I'm joking. Can you actually get to the top?
Yeah, you can. Eventually.
Oh. But then, like, what's at the top of the asteroid? Wouldn't it just be, like, space?
Yeah, like, I think if you get all the way to the top, you also have to have the thing that keeps them from dying from oxygen loss, because I think it's a vacuum as well.
Yeah, space tends to be a vacuum. So I was gonna say, like, do you lose all your oxygen immediately if you, like, open a hole?
I don't know.
Do you have to, like, put a door in?
I think you have to, put the one door and, like, kind of make, like, an airlock type thing. Is what I would assume.
Hmm.
I don't know what I want here. That person will get sick really fast and probably die. But this person requires more decor, or they're going to get pissed at me, so they will always be upset. You always get the vitamin chews. We could always use more of those.
So, Mike, what is your preferred power source? Do you like solar power? You like nuclear? Oil, coal? What's your poison?
I mean, I'm alright with solar power, but I know that it's like freakishly expensive in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I've heard that it is very popular.
Oh, Mike's poison is the literal poison gas.
His
right.
poison is the poison gas. Oh, we're running out of hydrogen. That's not good.
Well, that's another thing. Do you remember when they said they wanted to power cars with like hydrogen or whatever? And they never really did that.
Huh.
I don't know. Maybe no one else has heard of that. I remember they wanted to do that in like the 90s, I think, or like the early 2000s.
Interesting.
It was a thing for a while, but I haven't heard about it in probably like 10 years or so now. I guess they never were able to do anything with it.
Hold on a second. What does this need? Okay, so it needs water to be delivered to it. And then the wire connected and all that, which of course makes sense. Okay, and then we're gonna go dig out more coal as well. Of course, we seem to be running low on that. Oh, actually, no, there's a lot of coal right here.
Oh, in the poison area?
Yeah. That's
Well,
awesome because we
fantastic.
can't reach that right now. Oh no.
Come on, Mike. I thought it'd be fine if they're in there for just a little bit.
Alright, we'll just leave that waiting for some materials. Power shut off. Automatically turns power on or off using automation technology. Does not affect circuit preceding it.
Seems like you should have installed those energy efficient light bulbs. That's what you needed.
Oh yeah.
That's right, wasting all your power.
Right. Oh, hydrogen ran out. Yay! That actually is a good thing to me right now, because I don't have to worry about that. Oh. There's iron right here. It'll release some toxic chemicals into the air, but it'll be alright.
Oh, here you go. Here's some timely news for you. Tesla's unveiling its all-new electric crossover, the Model Y, on March 14th.
Oh, cool. Not that I've ever been interested in driving a electric car. My dad once was for a while.
Now you don't want to drive a Tesla, Mike?
I mean, I think they're pretty cool looking cars, I'm not gonna lie. But
I kind of want to try one out. I want to see those, like the ones with the really fast acceleration. Like,
Right.
they go to like 60 miles per hour in like 1 second or something. Or it's like maybe 2 seconds. It's like crazy.
God damn.
It's like, have you ever seen those videos of like the people doing that? Like they'll get like their grandma or something in the car. Or they'll get like a girl with like really big boobs.
Of
Like,
course.
let's watch them speed up as quickly as possible.
Of course, why not?
You know, the two different spectrums, the old grandma and the girlfriend with like really big boobs.
Yep. Those creatures are hilarious.
I was wondering what you were doing because I like missed. I don't have the audio, so I just heard you making it. I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? Oh, we were talking about Teslas, Maddie.
Yeah.
Talking about how like a lot of times you see people upload their videos like showing off like reactions to riding in a Tesla, because like they speed up from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds or like less even. Crazy. So like they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna show my grandma how fast it goes, and then you have other people that show like, oh, here's my girlfriend with her like giant tits, and like she's in a bikini.
Of course, the
show
bikini.
that. Yeah.
Can't forget the bikini. It's like that song.
Which song?
You don't know it? That's fine.
There are many songs about like girls and boobs and bikinis, Mike. So I don't know which one. You have to be specific.
Trying to remember what it was called. The little yellow polka dot bikini. There you go. That one.
Oh, okay. That one's pretty innocent, Mike. You're acting like that's raunchy.
Oh, I'm not saying it's raunchy. I was saying I just remembered that one.
Okay.
Perfect. Wee wee, I'm a little tiny bug.
Hey,
I love that.
Like, one of the things about the like Teslas that is controversial is they talk about how they have the cars which drive themselves.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
A lot of people say they don't really want that to happen.
I have heard of that. People are kind of terrified of that. There was that guy, I forget what his name was, but there was this guy who did a YouTube video on, like, it wasn't like the self-driving car exactly. It was the one that had the helpful turning. Like, it, like, basically could, like, once you get it into the lane and press a button, it'll stay in that lane no matter what, unless you, like, turn it off or turn out of it. And so, like, he was doing a test to show, you know, basically how effective it was. And he let go of the steering wheel, and he immediately grabbed back on after like only like a minute. And he's like, that was so terrifying. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure it would have been fine, but okay.
That's funny. I saw some videos. Oh. Maddie said, but still would not want a thing that can be hacked.
Oh, well, yeah.
At fast speeds. Yeah, like you're scared of getting hacked while you're driving. That would be kind of freaky. It's funny, but they show some people because like the cars right now, like they're not supposed to drive themselves. So like you're supposed to like touch the wheel every like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Like that. But then some people like have it hacked, I think, so that like they could just like keep something else on it and then it like keeps it going. Like I think they attach something else to it so it like thinks someone's touching it.
All right, we've already hit 2 hours for this game. That's awesome. Doesn't feel like we've done a whole lot though. Okay, that water's not going down anymore again. Oh, because the power went out on that. Oh, that's not good. Oh, boy. But yeah, I guess I can talk about this a little bit since I haven't talked about it. We've just been kind of talking about, you know, random subjects. So I'm going to talk about what I think about those updates and all that. I do kind of like the way they've like upgraded the priorities, but I still think they need to have a priority that says do only this, like ignore everything else or something like that, where like you can kind of say like, you know how if they're a cook, you can put the cook all the way up and it turns into a wrench and it's supposed to be like that's what they're supposed to do. But what's funny is they will actually go and do the other stuff they have in like, you know, just standard priorities and stuff. And so what I think they need to add is just like an option that if that's what their job is and you change it to very high priority, then it should change everything else that has to do with it to that priority, and then everything else turn off or something like that, so that they will only focus on that job. Because I don't know why like you would have your chef go around and also like build things or, you know, dig a tunnel or whatever.
And a just do it button.
Yeah. But I understand why they don't want to do that, because like then it's just like you're literally clicking on each person saying, hey, do this, do that, do this, you know, and then it kind of takes away from the game a little bit.
I don't think it takes away from the game, because then you'd only need to use it when they're not doing what you want them to do, and the rest of the time the automation should work fine.
Yeah.
It's only like a few instances when they actually are being dumb like this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Obviously, the whole game shouldn't be you having to tell them to do everything, but it'd be good for when the priorities aren't working as they're supposed to.
Right.
So how do you think this is going to go with them building out there? You don't think that's too far away and they're going to get stuck somehow?
Well, they can get to about here, I think, before they start really complaining about oxygen loss. So they will at least try to build on some of it. And if I really cared, I could pump this area with oxygen and it would clear out the chlorine.
Michael really cared about them, but he doesn't care that much.
I knew that would happen.
Well, you said it. Even Maddie saw
it. Maddie. Oh, it looks like they might be heading up that way to... Nope, just going to the bathroom.
What are they doing?
They were applauding some kind of completion of research or something.
Instead of applauding yourselves.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Oh yeah, what was the exact quote, Maddie? I'll see if I can add it in later.
If everyone cared and nobody cried. I think that's how it goes. If everyone shared, swallowed their pride. Anyway. I find myself like at this point in the game that it could get boring because like there's really nothing else I can really do right off the top of my head to, you know, like make anything more what's the word I'm looking for, productive right now. Like I just kind of have to let the game kind of run its course for a little bit. During these points I could see how you could be like, well, what am I supposed to do now, you know?
I guess all you can do is respond to chat.
Yeah.
It's like a game you need to stream because there's like nothing else to do inside of it.
Is there any like piss bottles anywhere? Huh, apparently not.
If I really cared, I could.
So this area over here is pretty much useless now.
I guess Mike ignored that cue to respond to you, Maddie.
Why would we respond to Maddie? We should just ignore from now on.
Aww.
Rude. Should I send him into this just massive polluted?
Yeah, that just looks nasty. You'll lose your one viewer. Oh no.
It's true, you are the only viewer. This game isn't very popular by people's standards. If I would have done Sims instead, that probably would have actually gotten a little bit more attention.
Wow, I'm surprised. I was looking at Discord and it says Frog's playing Minecraft right now.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, huh.
I wonder if he's just playing like the regular version, or if he's doing any of those like special ones that we like talked about earlier.
I've noticed that a lot of people have been playing Minecraft again, and I was like, oh, interesting.
I was actually gonna boot up Minecraft, but then like I think I mentioned it before, but I couldn't log in because like it switched over to Microsoft, and it remembers my password and shit.
Yeah. I could probably boot up Minecraft, but I have the version that Kita, got me, which is like the one through Twitch where it has the special mods and all that on it. And so I don't know if I could, I don't know where I'd have the original version if I still, oh yeah, I still think I have it.
Yeah, I don't know, Maddie. It's weird because like I did a thing to like send your password to your email or whatever, but then it never did. I don't know if like the website was broken or something that day. What? Or maybe they just hate me.
Oh wait.
Which is weird because I could swear I think I played Minecraft not too long ago. Maybe like 1 or 2 years ago probably, because I played it with Mike and Keto at one point. Because you guys are all playing it, and so I think I played it just for like 1 day or 2. So I don't know. I'm not sure what happened.
I was checking my Discord real quick because I had someone mention me, and they're doing the genocide run of Undertale, right?
Uh-oh. Who's doing that?
Oh, just a friend of mine. And she goes, I just had Sans say, you just need to learn when to quit.
Wow.
It's like, damn.
Sounds like they're having trouble.
Yeah, just a little.
There was this one video I watched of this guy who stumbled upon an account of another YouTuber's old account who had been inactive for 5 years. It turns out some dude bought his account secondhand?
Huh.
That's strange. Like, did he buy it from the guy, or did someone hack it and then they sold it to him?
Probably the other, like, hacked it and sold it.
I feel like I'm kind of worried that's what happened to my account. Like, maybe like when they transferred over to Microsoft, like something happened and went wrong.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I feel like Microsoft fucked up. Like whenever they purchased it.
Yeah, she said hacked
Trying
and
to remember.
sold.
Yeah. And that's really shitty that they wouldn't help out like the original guy who owned it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna save it here. Let's see, we've gone 2 hours. I think that's a pretty good stream for this to kind of show off everything. I will say one other thing that's really interesting though that I did show off in this stream was the priority, or it's like red alert priority. I think that is just silly. They added that in because they were like, well, okay, you guys want something that'll guarantee they do something, right? Well, here, we'll just give you a, red alert priority. And then when you put that on something, they go into red alert, quickly go and take care of whatever it is you told them to go take care of, right? And then go off red alert. And so, like, say, like, all the duplicates are going to bed right now, and say, like, oh, guys, I really need you to dig this area right here. So you put, like, the red alert on there, and they would go and dig that. It's just like, I don't know about that, because then, like, it also gives you a bad morale thing as well. Like, how they have these red things that lower their morale and all that, makes them upset. It starts having them get stressed and all that. Well, if you put it in red alert status, it actually has a status called red alert, and it's in red, and it basically says this duplicate recently had to experience red alert. And I was like,
wow.
You see, if that's what they're going to make it, then they should just have a priority that instead of it saying red alert, say just do this, like do this right now. But only have it apply to, like, things like, for example, like these oxygen things, you can have them be high priority, and they have to do that every day, like check them every day to make sure that they aren't out of whatever they need, right? And then the same could be said for, like, so whenever you build something, like you could kind of go in here and say, I want a liquid vent built, and instead of saying red alert, you could say, set this up as build right now, and they would just go and build that, and then since that's a buildable thing, they build that, done. That's all it has to do, like, you know, and then it removes that from the queue. But instead it's like, oh, if you want to build this, you have to put it on level 9 and hope that your other priorities in your base aren't level 9 as well. Like, say for example, these plants were level 9, they would do the plants first. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's the only other thing that's just kind of funny to me, is it's just like, oh, how about we make this as difficult as possible and make it also where your people get upset if they have to do a certain thing, you know? It's like, well, no, I'd rather them, you know, feel good about going and doing whatever I told them to do. But yeah, that's the only other.
You shouldn't really need like 9 levels of priorities and then like even more on top of it to get it to work.
Yeah.
Like they should have made it just work in the first place.
Yeah. Which people still do complain about that, but people are still like, well, I like the challenge. And it's like, yeah, but there's only so far a challenge gets you as well, in my opinion. Like, I've been having a lot of fun playing this, don't get me wrong, but I feel
like a challenge shouldn't be the game's own mechanics being subpar. You know?
Oh, hey, hi there. How's it going?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Wait a second.
How you been, man? It's been a while.
Hold on, I gotta take care of something real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you came in kind of towards the end of the stream. We're just about to end.
Okay, I got the thing taken care of that I need to take care of. For now, I am going to go ahead and end the stream. I just needed to check something real fast, and it required me to, you know, just fix some settings and stuff like that. Whew. Anyway, so hope everyone who watches this archive later enjoyed it, and I know it's kind of hard to watch the full thing, so hopefully you just kind of saw the little highlights and enjoyed yourself and got to the end just to see, you know, what we ended up with. Yeah, and I will see you guys for something else later, probably. I'm thinking about returning either back to well, I kind of want to return back to Sims. I said that at one point during the stream, and that'll be like the best idea, because I want to see if everything that I've updated on it works or not. So yeah, that's my plan for now. But hope everybody has a good day and a good night as well, whichever it is for you. And take care. Goodbye for now.